practiced more so to say stuff that he didn't want to say.
Literally looked at him and I did this. I said, "What?"
I say I do not condone breaking the
right.
law. Don't break the law. I have to say that, right, lawyer? Yes, 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 please, Daddy. Oh,
know.
wait, your name is Tim. Did you kind of spread?
Sorry, continue.
What do? You spread what?
Ready? It's time for a podcast. They'll talk for an hour or so. If you listen to the podcast, your heart will be filled with hope. Hey, it's time for a podcast and you better listen up, because these two dudes got lots to say. They're pouring wisdom in a cup. They'll serve it on a platter, better pour it down your gullet. Hey dudes, watch out, that guy is trying to shoot you with a bullet.
Yeah, so Sam's got
You gotta get the grug.
No, I was gonna say it's... I'm recording.
Hair grug.
Hang on. I wondered what my neck was hitting. Is this?
Oh, you're gonna break it probably?
What that neck do?
Arch that neck.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No, you can't get very far either.
There's your mug. And I'm just gonna drink this Vita Rain. But you're free to guzzle that down. Is it rolling, Samuel? No. Yay!
Yeah, it's rolling.
It's rolling. All right.
Dang.
Now don't dump that in its entirety on our microphone either. Or laugh too hard while you're trying to sip from it.
We've upgraded the mug. No expense spared for our
Do what?
guests.
You don't got your mug.
Shut up!
That's true.
No
I
expense
have this
spared
Vita Rain.
for our guests.
All right, are we recording? I mean,
Yeah.
is this the podcast?
This is the podcast.
We're in it? Oh.
Welcome back, episode 6 of the STABcast.
Episode 6?
Yeah,
Are you
episode
loud
6
enough?
of the STABcast.
I'm pretty confident it's episode
Am I loud
6.
enough? Well, now I am.
I think that's good.
Episode 6 of the
Episode 6.
STABcast.
Yeah.
We're back.
Avid watcher, Samuel.
With Luke Nelson, and Sam is off. Wait, get your
out of here.
Yeah, make sure it focus back on us actually real quick.
Yeah.
But he does just look like a production assistant.
That's true.
That's a guest? I thought that was your lawyer. Your on retainer lawyer.
Yeah,
Not
our
that.
WSU themed lawyer.
I had actually a couple legal questions planned later to ask him, but
Dang.
He's in political science.
No,
yeah,
I'm
but
in
who's
con
that
law.
if not your
I'm
lawyer?
in constitutional law.
All right, so are we?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I actually have a
don't
question for you guys.
Care. Yeah, go ahead.
What's up?
I'm a longtime listener of the podcast, an original viewer. What?
You have 5
Okay,
episodes.
so I imagine
number
at
6?
some point you talk to each other and you're like,
No.
let's get on the internet.
We don't speak.
Whether for fun or to get views or to get popularity or whatever it was for, I don't care. That's
A
not the
replacement for
question.
therapy.
Oh, well, is it working?
No.
Okay.
Still sad.
So
Continue.
what was your thought process? Did it go something like this? You know what needs more amateur content? The longest, most boring form of media ever invented. Is that how that went?
Because you
Yeah,
don't like
essentially.
podcasts. Like, not even a little bit.
No.
Do you like being on podcasts?
Even people who like podcasts admit it's the longest and most boring form of media.
I don't know about boring, but it is really
I
long.
don't know. I vibe with podcasts just because it can take up my brain for long periods of time.
Let me ask you this: how many new podcasts do you listen to?
Like ones that are currently coming out.
Yeah, like brand new.
Like a
ones,
new one
yours.
pops up and you start listening to it.
Like 5 currently.
Nice. All right.
I listen to a lot of podcasts.
I mostly listen to audiobooks, but
No,
you're a
audiobooks was a
fucking
close
giga nerd.
runner-up to the longest and most boring form of media.
audiobooks bang and slap, so you
Is-
can just
Are audiobooks
Stop.
not longer?
they
By a significant amount.
But they're less boring because
But
they
yeah, I
have a
was gonna say
structured
it's
story.
it's actually a written and edited story. This is just us going off, popping off. also,
We're just shitting
I
out
feel
our
like we
asses.
should have introduced Luke as the writer
the
and
illustrious-
singer of the podcast intro.
Is he quitting?
Oh yeah, he's quitting the podcast.
That's it. All right.
That's
Goodbye, Cameron.
all right.
I guess I'm on.
Yeah, well,
Every
actually,
week, right?
they know they know a taste, just like I do. I've tasted this. Sorry,
They
they know it.
they know what I taste like.
Yeah, because the intro.
Oh,
The intro song.
Have you told them yet what's coming later in the podcast?
No, they'll just have to figure it out. Well, actually,
okay.
we did
mention it in a previous episode.
Podcast,
Nice.
so-
I watched that.
And
2 weeks ago.
you
So.
didn't.
No, I
you
didn't.
liar.
I'm not a big podcast man.
Are you a big man?
I'm getting there.
Building up to it.
How much do you weigh?
I'm getting bigger.
I'm trying.
Luke, as somebody who's past the line, I would simply stop before it's too late.
As somebody, you're looking at the ghost of Lucas' future.
The ghost of Christmas future.
No, we gotta get.
Except your Christmas is you're fat. And
Except the ghost of
That's it.
Christmas dinner future.
that was worse than Lucas' future. Well,
Ghost of
I think it's
Christmas.
Neither
funny,
was
but-
very good, I must say.
Damn. You gotta do your co-host like that.
Yeah, pretty
Timothy?
much. I mean, come on. I know who my favorite
Studio
co-host
audience. We have a nice mixture of a single person clapping and
the-
20 fake people.
is. The worst fake audio clapping.
Luke,
Yeah.
when is the worst time your ass has been shaved?
Also, Luke is kind of peeking like crazy at the moment.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, I
He
can
was a
turn
little
him
bit.
down a little bit.
The worst time my ass has been chafed. I went to
This is good.
I
This is a
went
good
to
start.
Glacier National Park with two of the worst people I've ever met.
Would you like to name those people for the record?
Yeah, Cameron and Samuel in our studio audience.
Okay, perfect. Just
Our
wanted it to be on
entire
record.
studio
Just
audience
in
and
general,
50% of the podcast hosts.
Bad, immoral, malevolent people.
Basically, the story is I'm innocent.
Is malevolent a
case.
word?
Malevolent is
Oh.
actually how it's pronounced.
You got there. I got what you meant.
And just so boring. And we went on a hike because that's what we were there to do. We were
could have
on a
gotten your
hiking
own
trip.
water.
And I immediately chafed my ass in the first 3 miles. And it was chafed the rest of the time.
6 miles round trip.
And I bought, 2 pounds of Gold Bond for,
Yeah, just
for the rest of
like
the 3-day
7
trip.
individual little tiny bottles. But the reason that I think about it so often is because I have a video of we were in a Walmart grabbing some Gold Bond
At this
for
very
for
moment,
this-
Sam is crawling on the ground through our living room on the podcast.
very
set.
sneakily. I don't think you can actually see him. So.
I really hope you can.
But-
That'd be so funny.
You can.
No, okay.
so
but
funny.
so Samuel, Lucas, and I were at a Walmart, and we were picking up the Gold Bond for Luke's just horribly chafed ass, and he went just grabbed 2 handfuls of the budget ones, which I'm sure they had larger ones
Oh,
somewhere.
they did. I saw the larger ones first. I put one of the larger ones back to grab 2 handfuls of small ones.
You couldn't hold 2 whole handfuls of little ones and a big one in between it.
not.
So Sam and I were walking just normal walking pace.
We
and
can hear that.
Yeah, that's pretty loud.
So Sam is opening some sort of packet of food right now that he's
What?
just crinkling
Little
and
wafer
crackling.
cookies.
Yeah, I think only my grandma has ever owned those. It didn't just knock out of his hand, but
Dude,
it
you're
shattered
getting
all over
crumbs
the
all
ground.
over the set.
Careful, you
Guys.
do have to kind of lean forward. Oh my god! Thank you, Sam.
Things have fallen into
Are these
chaos
peanut butter?
here. Absolute
vanilla.
chaos.
They're vanilla. Oh, can we eat next to the microphone?
I just did.
I mean, it's such a rich sound in the audio at the moment. That's
You
crazy.
have too nice of a microphone to be eating with.
I want to hear about the
Yes.
chafe.
So I started taking a video of Luke, or I started taking a video because oh wait, no. So Sam and I were walking, and we just walked at a normal pace, and we turned around and Luke was gone, and so we were just like, we're just gonna go and find the thing that we need, and I had the foresight. I started recording as I was walking down along the perpendicular to the way that we were coming, because I assumed that I would see Luke down one of the aisles just walking with his horribly chafed ass down one of the aisles, and I came around to the main 2-lane highway in the middle of the Walmart. And his knees are pointing inwards so as to spread his ass cheeks back out to avoid the chafe. But he's holding the Gold Bond in shoulder or head height, like above out in front of him. He's just painfully waddling down the entire length of the whole Walmart. It took him so long to get to us, but it was such a good video.
I didn't see it, but I imagine
I don't know if I have it
it
anymore.
looks exactly like a crab.
Yeah, no, it was hilarious. And then you wrote a 6-minute song about it.
Like I refused
That was so good.
I refused to use any leg muscles because it would ripple up and make my butt cheeks bounce together. So I was rotating my hips. I was like, ah.
The most ineffective way to walk, however, the only way to save yourself from the hell.
So that's
Is that the noise Chafe makes?
Listen,
So that,
we've established I can't do sound effects.
That's the
would. Sorry.
that would be the second worst time my ass has ever been chafed.
Oh, there's one worse than that?
Yes.
I hope so.
My mom, we were at the beach and we had baby powder because I was like 6 years old, and so my mom was putting baby powder in my ass, and she had left the thing open, and a bunch of sand got into it, and so she 6-year-old me.
A bunch of sand got in the baby powder?
Bunch of sand in my ass crack.
Oh, you left your ass open. My bad.
No,
Dang.
baby. No, he's saying
the
sand got mixed into baby powder.
and
Oh,
then my
I
mom
was right.
baby powdered my ass at 6 years old.
With sand.
So a bunch of sand got in my
Baby
ass
sand.
all the way. And you know when you baby powder a baby's ass, you kind of spread.
Sorry, continue.
What do? You spread
Yeah.
what, Luke? I would like you. A little more detail would probably
He
be warranted
specifically
here.
said that he practiced more so to say stuff that he didn't want to say on the podcast than
So when
anything
you're-
else, including the song.
Baby powdering a baby. You spread- yes, we understand. And
Yeah,
so you're
okay.
saying sand was put.
So you
All right,
spread.
guys.
Damn it! I had said. I have practiced so much while I prepared mentally, trying not to say anything on this podcast that I didn't want on the internet. And immediately the second thing I said was, I spread baby butt cheeks.
You know how you do.
How you do?
It's the technique.
Do you ever cut things from the podcast?
no.
Not
Well,
usually.
yes, we have.
Oh yeah, I've like bleeped things,
We do bleep.
but that was funny.
And there are
In the
things.
future, when I am trying for public office, can I trust you guys to delete this episode?
Yeah.
Are you
All
running
right.
for public
So
office?
the
in
moment you
future?
run for public office, we'll private it.
I mean, probably. My life is so wacky random that I hope at some point
Wacky, crazy.
You should be like a good space guy
I hope
from
Or
Washington State.
Vermin.
Or Vermin
Supreme.
Supreme,
I
presidential
oh,
candidate
Vermin Supreme.
from the Libertarian.
Love that man.
We,
He made me a libertarian.
for some reason, at Sam's house specifically, we always end up just sitting on his couch watching YouTube videos, which happens most times. And one of them, we just started looking up Vermin Supreme. That
Vermin
might have been
Supreme.
during the election.
It was.
Because we're
during-
fucking
it was the
nerds
election
and had
night.
an election party, and we were
The
hoping
2020
beyond hope that Kanye would have gotten more, of a, which he did beat JoJo in some states, which was kind of hilarious.
absolutely
A
hilarious.
bit of an L for anybody who voted for Joe Jorgensen.
But a dub for those who voted for Kanye,
That is true.
which is everyone in this room. No,
I
I
was
would like
17.
to say on the
Kanye
record,
fan.
we all vote.
Okay,
Luke
so
Nelson
on the
voted
record,
for Kanye West.
Yeah, on the record, Luke
officially.
is committed voter fraud.
I was 16 years. I was 6 days from being 18
Oh,
years
you
old.
almost said you were 16.
16.
Lies.
Lies,
We've caught you in
garbage
your own lies.
Damn, just it's piling up. The evidence. This is an indictment case. In the... That works. You gotta actually see. Look at that skill. I wonder how much water that is.
There's no way to measure.
It's not labeled, so I
No,
don't know.
The label is kind of scraped off. It is 1 cup, however. You said that you had critiques for the podcast when we were
Yeah.
on Discord.
Oh, that was
no.
the. Why'd you guys pick the longest, most boring form of media
Oh,
to
is that
break
the
onto
whole
the
thing?
internet? Yeah, there was
I made 2
Well,
short
that's what the
sketches
sketches are
on my-
for.
Yeah. So we're just gonna upload your whole concert. Well, actually,
Actually, yes, we are going to upload your concert.
if
Yeah,
if
go
you
for it.
allow, okay.
I'm gonna show
Ballin'.
some people that concert, and I'm not gonna put them through the rest of this podcast.
I mean,
I love
Damn.
podcasts.
that's understandable. It sounds like it. Thank you for sharing the time you've been second most chafed, which I had the privilege.
And first most chafed.
Yeah.
I did share both. I did share both of those.
You didn't quite finish the second story you were telling.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was
makes
it.
sense. Yeah.
That was it.
Oh,
My
okay.
mom put sand in my ass cheeks.
Yeah.
Which is
Gonna be the title for this episode.
what?
And that's Sam.
That's Samuel. We didn't give him a microphone for a purpose. For a
Yep,
reason.
we intentionally have a fourth microphone that we chose not to give to him. It's not that we don't have
Chose not to give to him.
Well, we
You know,
gave
he
him
has
the
the microphone.
We gave him the microphone, and we told him we were giving him a microphone,
just no
but
XLR cable.
we didn't plug it in.
No, I physically don't have the capability to plug it in either. So
Did you forget how?
no, I don't have a cord of
Right.
which to plug it in.
Got it. No
Balling.
cords.
I got no cords.
So what room
no
is?
string.
Which room do you keep all your extra cords in?
Tim's closet.
Okay.
Pretty much. I mean,
Oh, well,
none of them are
basically, yeah.
XLR
For a
cables.
second, I
but-
thought you were like implicating me in something, and I was trying to figure out what it was. But then I realized we actually do just keep the
Yeah.
extra technology stuff in my closet.
we do just have a whole bin of random shit.
We have like a whole other router in there.
And I also have a whole nother router in my room.
You guys have
That-
two extra routers.
I don't think either of them work.
Yeah, no, they're
Then
dysfunctional.
They're
routers.
not plugged in. Or
I like extra routers. We've got an extra router at my house. It's my
Yeah.
favorite part.
about your house.
Yeah.
My bad. Anything? Yeah, the architecture.
The
take it or
roof
leave
above
it.
my head. Not
Shelter,
actually that
running
important.
water,
That extra.
heat. Nah.
Starlink,
router.
let's go.
I
It
have
did. It did
Starlink.
save you from getting doxxed by the Bionicles website, though.
Did you tell him about that?
I
Did you tell?
I showed him
think you
some of the
should.
pictures.
Did you tell the
Go into a little bit
podcast?
more detail.
No, we
about
haven't
the
talked about
Okay.
this on the podcast. We haven't recorded a podcast since that happened.
The
Actually,
Transformers fandom wiki, which is made 98% of the posts
by one man.
was made by one 11-year-old in 2013. And you can
Wait
tell.
a second. That means this man, he's like a fully grown adult now. And he did that when he was
Oh.
13.
Or he's dead.
Well, I mean, after some of those posts,
That is,
it might be just.
somebody might
It's-
have gone after him.
If
So-
someone, if anyone who's a professional statistician,
Statistician.
static.
I'd like to know what the correlation between making 98% of a Transformers wiki is and surviving to adulthood. Because I have to imagine
probably
it's
not
pretty
high.
low.
You have a sample size of one man, and we
or-
don't know the status of whether he's dead or
At
alive.
the very least,
currently.
surviving to adulthood, at least becoming a functional adult.
Oh,
Right.
well, I can tell you that.
It's zero.
The
Right,
only
that is crazy.
if
No, but-
you
but
make
the website.
if you solely by yourself single-handedly make your own Transformers 2 wiki or your own Transformers wiki, the only job you can have as an adult is working on the fandom website.
I would also like to say that while it is a Transformers wiki, there are just edited pictures of Bionicles with stats. Because
Yes.
Cameron, do you want to? Because you two have seen the website way more than I have. Do you want to tell them
Yeah,
like
we're-
the
we're
layout for the cards and everything?
Resident
or
experts
tell me more accurately.
on the
We are-
Transformers card game
How did
video
we get
online video game.
How did we get
wiki.
to it? We were looking something else up. We looked up.
I couldn't tell
I think
you.
it was something from Phineas and Ferb, some obscure thing from Phineas and Ferb. I'm like, you have to look this up. He looked it up, and then he found just he went on Google Images, and he found a random image of a Transformer, and it was a real Transformer.
Yeah.
And he was like, look at this. The website name was pretty funny. It had like slug or some random word in it.
Well, the name of the
Oh no.
the name of the not the Bionicle.
The
It was a
Transformer?
Transformers wiki, but they used Bionicles, so it
Yeah.
wasn't a Bionicles website. But did you
Oh,
find?
Sam,
you
Sam's
actually
pulled it.
found it.
That's the website.
Sam, can you pull it up for
Oh
us?
my god!
All right.
But so I found like Slug Shot or Slug something was the name, but it was a Transformer. I was like, look at this dumbass
This is
Transformer name.
just the real wiki for Transformers. The
let's
2017
find
video
This
game.
isn't the off-brand garbage one that we
All
found.
right, everybody, go fishing, go hunting.
I'll explain it while you guys look for it. So it's like an online card game where you like I think it's a like one of the ones where you have 2 battlefields and you like put how like Optimus Prime and then
Shoot,
they
what
have
was the
Decepticon.
name of like the Giga Slug Transformers
Gigatron.
Legends? Oh,
Gigatron.
Transformers Legends 2 Fandom.com.
Yeah, that's what it was. But they're like cards that are made like Pokemon cards or whatever, and it has like power and abilities and stuff. But the majority of the website is just one man or child, actually, more than likely.
11-year-old child at
Probably 2013 posted like 2,000 times or something. And
No way, it's
or was
that
it
many.
200
no way
times?
it was that many. No,
Was it
2,000.
200 times or 2,000?
They're 2,000.
No way.
2,000 original posts and edits.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
So he was moderating as well, but a majority of them were just like they would cut out the numbers for like health. Like a normal one was 2,000, and then they'd make it like 140,000 health, and then they name it like Gigatron, and then have a
Big
Bionicle
mega
picture
giga
on it.
Supertron.
And so we were. Sorry,
okay.
go ahead.
This right here is the Cameron had looked up something and he saw this picture.
Episode Slug 2.
And the website was called Episode Slug 2, so he clicked on it.
Do you want to screenshot that and send it
I would
to
say
me?
we're
later?
gonna we'll put it up so I'm sure everybody you'll be seeing Episode Slug 2
And
up on screen at the moment.
he sent this to me, and I looked at it for about half a second, and in my head I was like, I have to see the rest of this website.
All right,
So
we're
I
going on
I
that.
went onto the
the
website,
Transformers Legends 2 wiki.
Transformers Legends 2 Wiki, and then
Yes.
the phone website is far different.
It's almost.
Then there's a
you're almost completely unable to navigate it on desktop.
It seems very.
There's a few different
he's having
menus
a
I
hard
went
time
through.
navigating it on the phone as well.
Yeah, the
and
only
then I came across episode Gigatron
Dude, the
Which is-
Gigatron
with the
pictures are
shark
so
thing?
awful.
with the shark
with the
thing?
shark.
Because
I
the
don't
other
even
one,
know what that
I mean, we'll
is.
put this up as well.
Yeah, screenshot that
It's
as
the
well and send it
shark
to me.
with.
Oh my god!
I'm sure
I
you can
don't
see
know
all
what
the
it-
colors. I don't understand
Just
what was the
paint it in.
mindset of like, I have to make Gigatron, and then he sees just a picture of like
And he
a
has
beached,
12 million health.
like a beached shark whale thing. That's one of the Gigatrons, and then you take that, shrink it, put it on the top left of the card, draw an entire like poorly drawn body, like an Optimus Prime body in Google Paint. Look, it's the Gigatron.
oh my god, Gigatron
That's my
is so
favorite.
cool.
That's my favorite Transformer. My favorite
I'm
Transformer.
gonna write fan
goodness.
fiction about Gigatron now. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. It's
So-
just fan made.
Yeah, basically what the website was. I'm sure you just described this, but I wasn't listening.
Go ahead.
That's fine.
Pad out the time.
It's do you know what wiki is, right? It's you go onto
Wikipedia.
Oh,
it.
Wikipedia.
People write about the history of the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, one guy went onto this, made this Transformers 2 wiki, and then he just came up with the worst history you could have ever heard of for like
Just
for like
awful.
200 different made up characters on Transformers, and it's awesome. And there's different battles,
it's
and
so
there's like
There's episodes.
Episodes, characters. They
Gigatron.
have weapons.
there's characters, battles, freaking
The weapon
monuments
cards.
built, times of peace. There's everything that has happened in history.
eras and epochs.
Presidents of the United States during the different eras of Transformers.
Hang on
fully
a
made
second.
up.
But so the thing was, hopefully this doesn't actually dox you. But
Dox.
so Luke wanted to make one of the cards because you can just edit every single thing on the entire website, including like people's bios
try and pull it up.
and all of the cards. You can just change the words, but it pops up a little message like in the very corner of your screen that says, if you edit this, it will post your IP address if you don't sign in. And so he edited one.
I didn't
And-
read that.
No, yeah, he didn't see that. And then I went to make a card for him with an image that I edited really poorly, and I was like, oh shit, you're like just giving them your IP, and it tells you that. But so then we tried to follow Luke's IP address back to him, and it like went to Starlink though, which is why I started the whole Bionicle / Transformer thing.
Should I read the edit I made?
Yeah,
Most
go
certainly.
ahead.
Okay, so on the Gigatron one, which is the one that we just
The
showed
coolest Transformer.
you, there's a section for attributes, and this is what I wrote. Have you heard this?
No, I haven't. I'm so
Okay.
excited.
No, I
This is
forgot
the
you did
attributes
this.
that I wrote. So this is the singular attribute of Gigatron. I was dropping a deuce comparable to the Fat Man nuclear warhead dropped on the Japanese city.
This statement was too powerful. All right, I'll finish reading it then, as you fix that.
Okay, you can read it.
Okay, go ahead. Wait. Yeah.
I was dropping a deuce comparable to the Fat Man nuclear warhead dropped on the Japanese city in the other century. Century spelled wrong, CNTRUY. When I looked down at the mixture of blood and shit in the toilet and saw a perfect recreation of the Gigatron.
That's a roller coaster.
That's a solid attribute.
I was rolling along until I saw century, and then I went.
Well, I had to fit the vibe of the. I'll just hold it. Oh, am I stepping on it?
Some technical difficulties. User error.
Yeah, pilot error. Dumbass error.
I was trying to fit in with the theme, the vibe of the rest of the website, which was written by an 11-year-old.
You did a good job.
Yeah, no, you fit in perfectly. It probably wasn't on accident or anything.
He honestly, if the creator of the website read that, he'd probably think that he wrote it
himself.
Let's be real here.
It's actually, that's probably much better. I don't know if English was that other kid's first language.
He'd probably read
really
it,
bad.
think he wrote it himself, and he'd be like, "I'll check the IP," and then he'll see it's from Starlink, and he'll go, "Elon Musk was on my website."
Oh my God! I gotta contact this man.
You know this guy loves Elon Musk.
If this child isn't a grown adult investing in NFTs now and making his own, I'm going to be highly disappointed.
I bet he's
Gigatron
making his
NFT?
own Transformer NFTs.
That would
so funny.
rival ours, the Sallow Homunculus.
Yeah,
NFT.
the Sallow Homunculus line dropping soon. We will not give a date.
And also,
Sallow
we won't
Homunculus.
give out any NFTs.
Sallow
We're just going to keep all of them. So as to make them fully useless.
No, that reminds me of a story. So,
A very exciting story.
literally
What the fuck?
nothing
How
else
does that-
any of you have to say.
How does that?
No, the homunculus thing.
Oh.
So the other day I was getting back from working out and I was like, shoot, I'm not gonna have time to cook because as y'all know, I'm still doing, well, actually I'm being more strict with it now, the intermittent fasting thing where I stop eating at 4, and so I was like,
Well, I know
shoot,
that. I don't know
I'm
what that is.
gonna run out of time. And so instead of
Gotta
cooking
eat a
something,
homunculus.
shut up. But no, so I was driving home and okay, I'll just stop at Taco John's, which is a restaurant really close to where we live. So good. And I got some food. The food I got really isn't relevant, but I pulled up to the window and I look, and the guy standing there looks like he's high. He's got long
like a
yellow hair.
homunculus.
He's got a really baggy shirt on and just kind of a dumb face looking looking exactly like that. I actually really like this guy. I don't mean to bull on him too hard, but he also weirded me out so much because he was just and then he just looked at me and he said, "What? You got a homunculus in there?" And I said, "Wait, what?" And then he's like, "Yeah, what you got in there?" And I was looking at him and I just said, "Huh?" And he's like, "Yeah, in there, you got the homunculus." And I said, and I literally looked at him and I did this. I said, "What?" I made this exact face and looked at him like he was an idiot, and he went, "In the box." Because I had a box in my car that I totally forgot about.
Labeled homunculus.
No, it was a normal box. To my right, there's a small cardboard box that had my lunch in it because I'd gone to a school event earlier and
You
they
put
given
your
out
lunch
box
in a cardboard box?
They gave them out that way. They're
Yeah,
the
let's
sad
ignore the homunculus.
They're like the sad healthy Lunchables they give out where the food all tastes like garbage and it's prepackaged. I'd been given one of those earlier at a school
So
event.
like a
and I didn't eat it.
Lunchables?
Yeah, but bad.
Oh, you like Lunchables?
Lunchables bang.
What?
They're child food. Of course they're delicious.
I don't know if I've ever had an actual Lunchables.
No, that's
I
awful.
haven't in actually years, but I remember as a kid going,
I had one 2 weeks.
However,
Are they good?
wait a second,
shut
I'm not
the
done.
fuck up,
He said
college
no.
kid.
I'm not
Sorry,
done.
homunculus.
This story's not over. So either way, he was referring to the box on my right, and I was just like, oh, I honestly had no idea what you were talking about. And he's like, so how do you feel about that whole thing? And I was like, about the
Homunculuses.
YouTube video, because I was thinking about the YouTube video I watched where the fake one where he makes the homunculus by injecting his semen into the egg, where it makes the weird creature. And I was like, which is actually
that's
the
a moral
original
dilemma.
alchemical recipe, I will say. But either way,
egg and sperm.
And so I'm just asking him, like, are you talking about the YouTube video that popped off, or just about the general alchemical concept? And he said, yeah, just the general concept, like homunculuses, like little
in
dudes
a
running
Taco
around.
John's drive-through.
Yeah, no,
Taco
I'm literally
Bell
sitting there.
equivalent.
He's already taken my card. He has my bag of food and has not given it to me.
He's standing there waving your card at you, asking you how you feel
No,
about homunculuses.
I got my card back, and he's just like holding my bag of food, still talking, like, yeah, just in general, how do you feel about this? And I'm just
how
like,
do you-
and then I ended up just having
We gotta
like,
get him on the podcast.
and there was no one behind me. I actually had like a 6-minute conversation with him about it because we were just sitting there, and I was talking about Chase, who we had on the podcast, because he's a chemistry major, and I actually had tried to rope Chase into making a homunculus for me because he's a chemistry major, which I argue is the modern equivalent of an alchemist. So I was like, hey Chase, do you want to help me make homunculi in our basement so I can have? And then basically, as I was leaving at the end of the conversation, because I'd been joking about making homunculi myself, he was like, "Hey, yeah, good luck with that, man." He said, and as I was leaving, I was just like, "Yeah, I'm sure you'll see him running around real soon." And then he just died because he thought that was so funny for some reason. And he had like turned around multiple times to summarize our conversation to his coworkers, like, "Hey, yo, dudes, this guy's making a homunculus
This is
out
a
here."
homunculus fan.
I swear,
This
I've never
dude's a
seen
homunculus
an
enjoyer.
employee so absolutely blasted on something. That was the weirdest conversation I've had in so
Goddamn
long.
gourd.
Legitimately an 8-minute entire interaction sitting in a Taco John's drive-thru talking about homunculi.
It stopped.
Dang, it did.
All right,
Okay.
we're still rolling.
Back with the gramunculus.
It's already been 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and we've only talked about 2 things.
See, it goes by so fast. It's not.
three
It's
things.
long when you're listening to it, but it's not
or
long when
five
you're
of them.
recording it. But wait a second, guys.
What?
I'm hearing something
What
like
are you
absolutely rocking and banging music coming
Some
from somewhere.
fucking and sucking
I
music.
like rocking and
Like,
banging
But
music.
do you hear it
Wait.
coming from
underneath us?
underneath the table?
What's
Let's-
underneath?
underneath- no,
what's
under the
underneath the table?
Oh fuck!
What?
Whoa!
That's some rocking and banging music.
Whoa! That's so good.
I was walking to the store just a couple months ago when I walked right past a turtle upside down in the snow. He didn't have a collar, so no name I assumed. I told him I would call him my little turtle dude, my little turtle dude, and I did all the things that I never got to do with all these friends that I called mine. My little turtle dude and I, we would hang out in the parking lot of that old Trader Joe's. Not the store, but the house of the old man named Joe. He used to be a trader back when that was a real job. Years before they invented the big stores like Amazon. My little turtle dude and I, we used to tear up this old city every night. And now he's got me wondering why it took me so long to get this turtle dude of mine. Kicking rocks at an old grocery store. I don't know what you've been told, but I've never had a friend like this before. I'll tell them just so they know. Yeah, I'm going door to door. I'll tell them about this dude I found, and I'm trying to work it out like never before. Oh, well, things don't always go down the road that you had planned on. You don't always know when time is running out for the ones you love, those little guys, the ones you'd wanted all your life, and now you're crying out 'cause you just put him 6 feet underground. Oh why, oh why, oh why did he have to die? He was just trying to cross the street. Now he's 6 feet underneath. But you had the best of times with your little turtle guy, and you know you won't forget all those times he made you cry. 'Cause he was so perfect, just the perfect little friend. Still he makes you smile even though it's now the end. Goodbye, my turtle friend. Hey, hold up. Save your applause. The show's not over. Show's not over. 2 more songs. That was Little Turtle Dude. This is Barf on a Baby. I took a big ol' barf on a baby. It smelled bad. It looked green and chunky. The mom was standing there screaming at me. What have you done? What have you done to my baby boy? Did you just vomit all over my baby boy? My precious baby boy. I tried to explain, lady, I've just been to a buffet, the kind with grease on everything. The plates, the forks, the knives, the glass displays, the extra fries, and then I went down to the Costco. I tried every damn sample, the shrimp, the chicken, the celery too. I hate celery, don't you? And then I went to Home Depot. It's where I met you. You might have known that though. Home Depot. It's where I took a big ol' barf on a baby. It smelled bad. It looked green and chunky. The mom was standing there screaming at me. What have you done? What have you done to my baby? Blowing chunks at a Home Depot never sounded fun, but I guess I know that now. I can say without a doubt, it's not fun, don't try it. Especially when it's on a baby, a little baby boy. He'll never see his family the way he did before. He'll see them through a green, little tinted kind of view. Little chunky in his eyes, little chunky I'm on too. I took a big ol' barf on a baby. It smelled bad. It looked green and chunky. The mom was standing there screaming at me. What have you done? What have you done to my baby? Didn't wanna blow chunks on a baby, but I guess that life don't work that way. Take it as a lesson from me. You don't get to choose the things you want to stay. Really wanted that food to stay down in my stomach where it's supposed to go. Didn't mean to puke on a baby. It was an accident. How was I supposed to know that eating all the food at an old buffet, then walking down to Costco to do the same thing would make me feel like barfing all over some babies in the lumber aisle of Home Depot. Thank you. Do you ever get the feeling deep down in your bones that somebody dropped a deuce on the toilet in your home? You sit down to unload and feel that slightly warm ghost on the premium toilet seat you bought when you went to the coast. Oh, I've been at home too long. I have seen the things you only see when your mind's half gone. Oh, today my coffee danced at me. I don't know why I made it. I don't drink coffee. I poured it down the drain. Thought I'd went insane. I hate the taste of coffee, and it does not even wake me up. So why'd I make 2 entire pots just to throw away? I threw them away. I've been at home for so long now, my brain is giving so damn out. I see the things you only see when for weeks you cannot sleep. I took a pee in the sink this morn. I touched it, it was warm. I really wish I hadn't done that. I just wanna love someone, but deep down in my heart I know that I will never be enough to love someone. I try and try and try, but still I never feel worth it. I don't need to be perfect. I just wanna love someone. I've been at home for so long now, my brain is giving so damn out. I see the things you only see when for weeks you cannot sleep. I cry and cry and cry and try not to realize that I'm the same man I've always been. I haven't grown not one bit. And that's my concert.
topic of the turtle.
Whoa!
I love turtles. Barf.
Did he
babies?
He peed in the sink.
Peed in the sink.
Wow, that was
that
was something.
I've
was
seen
impressive.
this podcast before, and
That was awesome.
you know the
Have
under
you
the
ever
table,
seen a worse under the table?
the under the
That's
table
like-
segment?
It's like the first Under the Table we recorded before an episode.
I always imagined that under the table it was like a table-sized amount of space, right? But I just went under there, and there was a whole room.
There's a whole room,
There's a whole
including
room.
this table.
It's like a whole
in the foreground.
Is Luke peeking for you, or is this just me?
I don't know.
Peeking at who?
Oh, he sounds
He's
fine now.
pretty low.
My brain keeps exploding. I guess
I don't think that he is.
Oh,
probably just turn him all the way down.
Just mute him.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe.
I have a really quick mute button on hand at
So
any given
either
moment.
way, that was a pretty good concert under there. I don't know
Yeah.
how they fit all the equipment there, but
It's impressive.
The
That-
whole
that-
entire
yeah.
room that's
Yeah.
under there.
I
That's
know.
how they fit the
I know.
equipment.
Oh, yeah.
It's a huge room.
so
Also known as our entire apartment.
I don't want to
going
go
to listen.
into too much detail, obviously. But of that last song, how much of the first part is based on actual things you did? Like the coffee thing more specifically. Did you actually do the coffee pot thing? I won't ask about the peeing in the sink because internet.
Yeah, please don't ask about the ping in the sink.
I won't.
There
You
was
just
not
confirmed it.
a lie in that song.
You heard it here, folks.
100% of that
Ladies and
song has
gentlemen.
happened.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
That's actually
and
super
it's
awesome.
just a banger.
That is a really good song.
Like I had pretty high hopes for this episode specifically, and especially the under the table, which I told you, and you actually did much better than I was expecting you to do.
true.
Thank you very
Even
much.
though I was expecting you to just fuck, suck, and bang in that order.
Ignore his speech patterns. But
I'm gonna get that. That's gonna spread.
It's
It's
good.
gonna catch on.
I like
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
I like it. I'm not gonna say it,
Why not?
and I'm sure no one in this room is gonna say it but you. But I like
Sam
it.
already says John, and what
He
the
does
fuck
say
did you
Johns.
say today? You said something different. Something dumbass, shit ass, stupid ass. It was something about the shots.
about the Johns.
About the
About the
them
Johns.
Johns in the Johns. Oh yeah,
Gas.
Oh, you guys haven't
it's
heard
shots
gas?
gas. I've heard that before though. but
I don't know what that means though.
It's gas.
Good.
It's gas.
Is it good?
It's gas.
Gas.
It means
It's
it's gas.
fuel?
It's
Yeah.
gas.
It's nasty.
Like weed.
Ah, okay.
He's smoking that gas.
He's smoking that gas. Okay, that makes sense.
Sucking down a split.
I'm gonna chew down a split. That's such a weird way to say it.
It's my favorite.
No, I know.
It's hilarious.
Someone asked
The
me
yard.
about the perfect crime.
Oh.
Someone asked me.
Is chiefing down a spliff the perfect? Is it the perfect crime?
It's
That's
what the perfect crime.
chiefing down a spliff.
What do you mean? What do you, chiefing down a
Oh yeah, yes.
Everybody's
thought-
confused about various parts of what this conversation contains. It's so good.
I thought that he was entering it by. Somebody asked me about the perfect crime.
no,
Oh no, I thought
Here's
so
what
too.
the perfect
I was
crime
ordering
was.
you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
to ask me
Okay,
about
That's
the
why I
perfect
said.
crime.
I
so
said,
Luke-
oh,
Someone
And
asked
Luke,
me.
what-
Yeah.
If you
What's your-
if you were to
if
determine
you-
what the perfect
when-
if there was
when-
if there was a
if
if you went
you-
to do a
Well,
crime,
if
somebody
what I
else
would-
you
I mean,
invited
what I think
you to
it-
do a
if
crime.
I was,
what's the perfect
if I was gonna,
perfect
Alone.
crime?
I was gonna, if I plan,
the perfect crime,
The perfect
Luke, go.
crime.
well, first,
Other than your music,
before I,
because
before I,
nobody can
before
convict
I
you.
Amen.
But it's awful.
put the perfect crime out there on the internet, I'm gonna say I do not condone breaking the
right.
law. Don't break
do.
the law. I have to say that, right, lawyer?
Yeah. No, yes, it's a good idea.
Lawyer.
There's one person studying law in this room,
I have to-
and it's not Sam.
Hey,
Faceless.
Mr. Lawyer on retainer, I have to say that I do not condone breaking the law, right? Before I tell people how to break the law.
We're good.
Yeah, but you're
We're good.
clear.
Okay.
We're good. Producers.
Here's what you do. Is that
Okay.
okay, everyone?
Yeah, you're in the clear.
All right.
Thank you, different person.
Here's the perfect crime. I came up with this a
Samuel.
few months ago. What you do is you call the police station. Use the non-emergent number, the non-emergency number. Every police station has one. You just Google it and you'll find it.
Damn.
Thank you, Samuel.
You call them, tell them, inform them. Even though you use the non-emergency number, you still quickly, first, out of respect, say, "Oh, am I allowed to say we respect the police?"
Yes.
Okay.
Thin
Out
blue
of,
line.
out of respect.
We at least we respect the people that pick up the calls for.
I mean, no,
Yeah.
Luke, you can give your honest opinion on things.
I don't have an opinion. I'm not defund the police
you
or
call
thin
them.
blue line.
You call.
He's thick blue line.
But
I only like fat police officers. If they eating donuts, I want them patrolling my neighborhood.
But I do respect that I don't want to waste their time because they'll remember me and they'll waste my time if I'm ever
right.
shot.
Yeah.
So you call 911 or you call the non-emergent number and you tell them it's not an emergency. And then you go like, tomorrow I plan on proposing to my girlfriend. She works at the bank. I'm going to pretend the proposal, it's going to be an epic proposal of epic proportions. I'm going to pretend I'm robbing the bank. So if you get any calls from the bank, say someone's robbing the bank, just know that I'm just pretending to rob the bank and proposing to my girlfriend. Then you go to the bank, you rob the bank, someone calls the police, and they're like, "No, don't worry, he's just proposing." You get out with the money, you leave town.
Okay.
You've robbed a bank.
Yes.
And they don't know who you are because you didn't tell them who you are. It's not like you called them.
It's not like you gave them your phone number and essentially
Well,
all
no,
of
just
your
call them from a
information.
burner cell.
Or just call them from, download
Right.
one of those
Just put a
fake,
star in
Like a
front of it.
payphone in a different city.
Download one of those fake phone apps on your actual phone and then
Is that
get
a
a
thing?
fake. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like
Technology's crazy.
the call free apps. You
Yeah.
never had one as a kid?
No.
That's
Oh.
crazy.
That's crazy. Damn. What the fuck?
What are you two talking about? I think
I have
I think
no
they're
idea.
just like slightly one generation under us. These youngsters.
I'm
how
a year
old are
younger
you?
than you.
You're 19?
I'm 19.
20. Let's go.
Fucking children out here. I don't even know if we're actually.
Am I
we have to
19?
get your
Are you?
guardian's consent
are you
to be
19
on
or
the
18?
to upload you to the internet. We're gonna upload you, not the podcast episode.
I'm not going to say my birthday
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
because I'm more intelligent than that. I'm
Damn,
19.
I wish I could. I'm more intelligent than that. I'm sure. What your full name is Lucas R. Biden.
Lucas Arbuckle.
Did you send him the video?
What video?
Garled. He said Arbuckle.
Carl said Arbuckle.
He did. He said Arbuckle.
I said Arbuckle.
Yeah, Arbuckle.
Like John Arbuckle from the Garled video.
Yeah.
Or
I didn't
from
send him the
Garfield.
video.
Yeah, no. Oh, sorry. Because we've mentioned the video
long-ass
on this
video.
podcast, so for some
Well, I
reason
watched
Probably
the
3
podcast.
times now.
Don't talk about it again.
Oh, we're not
Thank you.
going to talk about it again. We mind that. We mind that.
Let's
mind.
let's talk about slaughtering chickens again.
No more chicken talk.
for the fourth time.
Yeah,
in 5
no
episodes.
Gus, no Garled, no chicken.
For the rest of the podcast, let's go over other topics we can't talk about.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, just list them. Damn, I don't want to. That sounds like a bad idea.
There was an idea I had that would have just been so funny, but also just not fit for the internet, and so that's disappointing.
All right,
No,
now's the other segment of the podcast.
Oh, pre-planned segment. This
Pre-planned
is probably
segment.
a first, isn't it?
Pre-planned segment.
Pre-planned segment. I know what's gonna happen.
What's the pre-planned?
Okay, what's the pre-planned segment?
What's the
I just need
pre-planned?
to transition away from us listing.
I'm
what
excited for the
segment?
pre-planned
What's the
segment,
segment?
guys. What is it?
What's the segment?
I'm really.
We
I
could
love
ask him about how
pre-planning.
many times he's chafed.
We already did that.
What
It's the worst time.
I'm really
Luke,
excited for the pre-planned segment,
we
guys. 'Cause
have
I'm
all
assuming
of your past crimes pulled up on a live video feed. If you want to react to all, what's the funniest thing you've ever said?
Oh, I knew
That's
you
a
would
good
ask
question.
me that.
Actually, that would make it a first because the first segment for that was last episode.
That's true.
With
It's a
Shaquille
reoccurring
O'Sphere.
segment, baby.
Yeah. What's the funniest thing you've ever
podcast.
said?
Funniest thing I've ever said.
Shaquille O'Sphere. That was my answer.
I mean, that was just our.
I didn't even say it.
that?
No, I wasn't even the one who made it up.
What's the funny?
What's the
You're
funniest-
funny. You're a funny man.
What's the funniest thing I've ever said? That's what the question was?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
You know when
Go
you
ahead.
baby powder a baby's
record,
ass,
the
you put a
funniest thing you've ever
spread
said.
Yeah.
on record.
On record, the funniest thing. Officially, you can, what do? You spread
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
going in the history
From this
books.
point forward as well.
So
You
everyone,
can't say anything funny.
everyone watching will assume that this is the funniest I get.
Yeah,
Yes.
they'll probably base
Ever.
all of their knowledge of your personality off of this as well.
How many people watch this podcast?
7.
2 people.
Oh,
They went up or went down?
They have been.
I forgot which direction 2 is from 7. Go.
funniest
Thing you've
funniest
ever
thing
said.
I've ever said.
Ever.
First thing you've ever said.
Yeah. Not the best times you've stalled for multiple minutes on a podcast.
Top 10 times. Luke Nelson
I
stalled
have a list of jokes. I'll
Oh,
read,
wait,
I'll read
wait,
them.
Do you want to
Actually?
do your stand?
My stand-up.
Luke's stand-up routine. Oh my goodness, this is a large file.
Okay, this is a list of jokes I have. Most of them are just like very vague, faint ideas of jokes that I'm going to flush out in the
Excellent.
future.
Excellent.
So imagine this one.
On the next
Imagine
end of
a
the table.
family goes on vacation to Kansas,
Okay.
right? Because what's in Kansas to do? It's Kansas. Why would anyone go to vacation to Kansas? I can't do that one on the internet.
No.
Wait, let me.
Can't do that one.
No, wait, what's wrong
Nope,
with that?
nope,
Come on.
nope, nope, nope,
Come on,
nope,
do
nope,
it.
nope, nope.
No,
Oh, wait, never mind. Not that
Was
one.
that?
Whoops. I was looking at the third one. Don't do the second one.
that?
No,
Oh my!
the third
Don't
one
do
is
that
also
Don't
one
do
I
that
can't do.
Oh, but it looks so funny.
Oh, it is really funny. It is really funny. Once I saw
For some reason, the theme of this episode is things we shouldn't say on the internet and alluding to them.
well, did you
That's how you
expect
do it.
anything else when I came on the podcast?
I mean, I guess that's true.
No.
The third one I saw once I was driving and I drove past a store that sold cheese and it was called Cheese. His name was CHI Chi. It was cheese.
Oh.
There's a joke there somewhere.
Jeez.
Beautiful.
Bring me more.
Here's a good
More
one.
cheese.
More jokes.
This world has gone to crap. World War III, pandemic, things are awful, slavery, children being kidnapped. It's all still here. World is awful. If Abraham Lincoln was alive today, he would be really freaking old.
That's actually funny.
So clearly,
But
you're
first-
Samuel.
That's actually funny, though.
I was not sure.
Not because it
I-
fits.
I liked the choreograph. Woo! is that written in the file?
No, all it says is Abraham is old.
Oh, okay. So you're fleshing it out all the way around that.
Keep
All
going
right.
with the jokes.
Imagine you're a
Keep
you're
making
a-
jokes funny, man.
you're 9
so
years
we don't
old.
have to do anything.
You wake up 6 a.m. It's Christmas morning. You're so excited. You
Okay.
run downstairs. You punch your dad in the face. You're like, "Get the frick up, Dad!"
Thank you for
He's like,
censoring.
"All right, I'm up."
Takes his first sip of whiskey in the morning.
And he's like, "All right, you want to open your presents?" And you're like, "Yes, please, Daddy." So you go out to the tree. He's like, "We got you a present this year. This is your first present. This is your biggest present. This is the most important present you'll ever get in your life."
And your whole life.
He hands it to you. You rip it open. It's a $10 gift card to a hotel. Your dad got you a $10 gift card to a hotel.
10. I don't know
Okay.
if 10.
It's funny because you're 9 years old. You can't go to a hotel,
What'd you get for $10
and
at a hotel?
probably half a bag of gummy worms.
half a bag.
I think the genius with your jokes is that the setup and the punchline are completely unrelated. And I think that's what makes
Hang
them
on. I think you need to keep
Oh
explaining
no,
it.
I'm spinning all
It'll
over the
become
microphone.
funnier.
I'm dribbling, slobbering, slathering,
Slathering that.
slipping, tripping.
You do have quite a few. I can't read any
Continue.
of the words, but you have quite
right,
a few
Continue.
full sentences
This
here.
is the last joke I have written down,
Okay.
That you can
That's
say.
not true, but okay.
and this one I actually wrote all the words for. I didn't just summarize. I had a friend that was lecturing me once for like 20 minutes about animals feeling pain. Right?
Oh.
Animals feel pain. You can't hurt animals. It's immoral to hurt animals because they feel pain. And then this friend asked me if I had to choose between killing a cow or killing that friend, which would I do? It was supposed to be a philosophical question that made me think. Like, the cow, she had just told me for 20 minutes how cows feel pain, right? How animals feel pain. So am I supposed to kill this person or the cow, right? Well, I told her, she asked me specifically, the context was, who do I kill to make the least suffering?
The
And
cow.
I told her I would kill myself so I don't have to suffer through this conversation anymore.
I thought you were gonna call her a cow.
But
and
that
this
would
is
have
the
been,
same thing.
I kill the cow. And that would be you, by the way. You're
And I'll just kill both of you.
Kill a
wait,
cow,
is this
and it would
was
be
this?
both.
I know that this was a joke, but was that an actual conversation you had at one point with
That was a
somebody?
real thing, and that was my
Okay.
real response to an
this is-
actual human person.
This is my official response to the philosophical test laid out.
Gosh.
That was stupid.
Shut the fuck up.
Cows probably can feel more pain than you because your dead brain has desensitized you to all sort of sense of reality, and Luke should have chosen you. Have a nice day, or don't.
My answer
I
was
don't
more
know who
elegant,
you
I
are.
think.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you're watching the podcast,
Which I know you are, actually.
I truly hope not. This poor person, if they do.
And if they remember a specific conversation they had
Also-
with Luke.
One more thing. Just get out of. Yeah. Luke, before the podcast started, you said you had a specific topic, not about the podcast critique. I think you said like a societal critique. You said something like that.
Yeah.
Societal critique.
Yeah.
I think that was a pretty poor way
He's about to now come
to
up with a societal.
to describe it,
Okay.
because it was the perfect crime.
Oh.
Do you want to give us?
A societal
That's
critique.
the second time we've done that
you give
already
me-
in this podcast.
If you give me 20 seconds to think, and I'll have a good societal critique for you.
That's fair. That's fair.
20 seconds. You guys can talk if you want,
Okay.
or we
Talk-
can be
talk
silent.
amongst
So,
ourselves.
Cameron, I mean,
Yep.
really, what would your have answer been to that question?
I'm gonna
If they
take
had
these headphones
kill the
off so I
cow
can-
or this friend
I
of
don't hear
yours
you guys.
who's positing the dumbest question you've ever
I'll
heard?
eat either.
Yeah, babe.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Damn, he's the gears are
so he can't
turning
hear
up
you.
there. What?
I can hear.
so he can't hear you.
Can you pass me another one of them wafers?
Oh, I'll take one too.
You motherfucker.
Oh, I was getting ready to slap him out of the air like we did beforehand.
Oh, that hurt my shoulder.
Broken man.
Well, actually, we do have something to talk about Luke related. Yeah.
Actually,
I'm back in.
Okay. Wait. Do you have a societal critique?
I have actually quite a few. I'll cut the list down and.
yeah,
I'll-
I'm kind of in my Joker phase.
I'll
yeah.
editorialize
Mainly, it's we
them.
live in a society.
What? Oh.
Okay. No, he's something Luke.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
Luke related. Oh.
Luke.
All right, go.
Luke has
Oh.
a secret. No, I'm kidding.
I'm like, oh.
Luke is a dirty little. No.
I really quickly started like, what secret did I tell you?
What secret would I ever trust you with? Person I don't
Oh my
trust at all.
God.
Fake friend. No. Continue.
I don't have
Yeah.
that many secrets.
no.
Legitimately,
I generally-
this is more derailed than most of our episodes. It's actually
pretty good.
so funny though.
And you thought, okay,
This is great.
you had to know that was gonna happen.
No, of course.
Do you know me?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I was
Well,
expecting Gus
I
to give you a
don't
run
know
for
if
your
I
money in that regard,
Yeah.
but he didn't.
All right. What was your? Did you actually have something?
You have a position, a job
Oh, he does.
in an upcoming event,
I didn't know that he had a job. Oh wait,
like in society. That you have critiques on, but we'll get to that in a
rescind
second.
my
No,
statement.
you're gonna be an announcer for the arm
Oh.
wrestling
For King of
Yes.
Under the Table.
King of Under the Table 1.
King of Under the Table. That sounds awesome.
We have to give a demonstration of how you get into a. And then you're ready. You motherfucker. That's not indicative of my full power. My
No, it's not.
tendies hurt.
Legitimately, his tendons are absolutely destroyed. Though you
Yeah.
laid on the ground for 2 hours yesterday.
Yeah.
because of how bad your arms are.
It's not ideal. But
Societal
you're gonna be an
critique.
announcer.
Oh,
yeah.
we're not on that yet.
No, societal critique.
Yeah,
All
go
right,
ahead.
you know
That
what?
was pretty much it.
You know what
I
makes
had
me
one
mad?
filler thing.
What makes you mad?
I don't know if it's a critique. It's a critique of. It's a critique of a specific people's behavior.
Of a specific person.
People always compare. People always
Make eye
compare.
contact with the producer.
You know, European countries and the way they've handled themselves to the way America handles themselves, right? And they're like, the transportation is worse, public transportation is worse, transportation around the country is worse, everything is worse.
Oh, this is actually a good take. I think I
Feeding
know
is
what he's
worse, healthcare is worse, everything. But the thing you've got to understand is those countries, America's as big as all of them.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not the same thing. It's
not an
you
apt
can't
comparison.
you can't just compare
But
one of those countries to one of our countries.
I can't just have the exact same metro system of Britain in all of America,
You know how
including
difficult
rural
that would be?
cities. Yeah, they probably have to dig some, but that's not that big of a problem. I've dug
America's
before,
not
so.
just not built in such a way, either legally or geographically, for that to work. Especially since that's not even the role of the federal government. Like the state government could do that. Like the state government could do what an individual European country would do.
Good societal critique.
No, that's actually just
job.
such a good take.
Here's a societal
Such a good
critique.
Give
I
us a
have.
bad take, though.
On airplanes, I hate airplanes. Every seat should be gyroscopically stabilized, so I don't have
This
to
one's good
notice
as well.
that I'm
Good
in
as
an
well.
airplane.
Only bangers. Only bangers. Did you fuck up our box?
He
Oh
actually
my
did.
god!
How did you pull out
ruined
6
our box.
nails?
Because they're freaking painter's nails.
Oh, that's fine.
They're glorified
Damn, you pull. How'd you pull out multiple slats?
They're framing nails.
Okay.
Weren't you sitting on
it's
it?
staples on
Yeah,
that
he's
side.
just
You just gripped so hard with your butt cheeks that it ripped it up.
Just squeezed it inwards.
he's
Okay. Airplane gyroscopic seats.
Yeah,
What happens when
yeah.
I piss my little pants?
Then you
Are you-
stand up and go to the bathroom.
Are you talking about on an
How do
airplane?
I get
or
off of a gyroscope
okay,
while
in
it's
general.
spinning?
Okay, on an airplane.
Well, it's not just spinning. It just
What's
kinda,
the point of a gyroscope?
kinda
then
goes-
if
saying
it's not
it
kinda
spinning
balances itself
constantly.
with the
kinda goes
airplane
like
so you don't feel like
this
you're on
with
an
the
airplane.
I hate airplanes. The
Or it
worst
could
part
make me
about
feel like
airplanes-
I'm in a spinning gyroscope, which would be way cooler. Like one of these things.
Also, I feel like
or hammock.
peeing
maybe.
your pants is not a scenario that's only bad in a gyroscopic seat. I feel like any
I've
scenario
done it
that's
on normal
peeing your
planes, so-
pants
No,
is not a good scenario. Legitimately, any situation in which pee is
I
not
can't
in
think
a
of
toilet.
a bad one actually.
I think it would be really funny if on an airplane you bust into the cockpit and take
I thought the same thing.
and
Wait, you must have talked.
I'm glad
Are
he
you done
doesn't
talking about
have
terrorism
a
now?
microphone.
Committing terrorist acts? This is my equivalent of censoring you.
It's not a terrorist act.
This is not a pro free speech podcast. We do censor.
No, I think it would be hilarious if you bust into the cockpit, drop your pants, start taking a leak, and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought this was the bathroom.
if
I'm
you
so sorry."
Bust
Yeah,
with the
we
multiple
censor
locked
people,
doors.
but we only censor the truth. We promote misinformation and censor anything that's unequivocally true.
Yeah. If you can prove it, we will
censor
we
it.
will censor it. And also that means
However,
that we never have to research it.
Dreams, premonitions, we will accept those.
Yeah.
General intuitions.
If your source is I've dreamt it, we'll
good
take it.
I had
or
a-
bad
face
takes, as long
value.
as there's no facts involved.
I had a dream about Tim the other night.
Actually,
Don't know who Tim is, but he was. The dream was about him.
Don't know who Tim is?
No, everyone had posted on their Snapchat story about Tim. So I start going to people and I'm like, "Who's Tim?" And they're like, "Tim."
Oh,
Oh
know.
wait, your name is Tim.
did you?
did you legitimately forget my actual name? Wow, at first I thought that was just the best joke ever.
I thought that was the bit, was that you were going to ignore that Timothy.
Forgot that you were named Tim. I know it wasn't you.
What'd you think I was
It
called?
wasn't you.
It was a different Tim.
What'd you
It
think
was.
I
It wasn't.
called?
It wasn't
That's
anyone.
why I was like, oh,
was-
about...
It was
That's
either
convenient.
It was either not about anyone or about someone so insignificant to me in my life that I just forget what their name.
And dumb
This
and
is-
stupid
this
and
is definitely the
podcast
bit.
host.
I'm getting the feeling this is the bit.
I'm getting the feeling that someone messed up and they're trying really hard to recover and pretend it's a bit.
It's a bit.
This is the bit. I
This
did
is...
a bit.
I'm just a funny man.
I'm a
just
little
funny guys do
haha
funny
guy.
things sometimes. Sometimes.
Sam just keeps.
Like ending the
never
podcast.
mind.
What?
We're over. That's it.
Wait.
All right.
Is that? Wait.